everyone, myself Ifsa Samnani and I am a medical student. So today I am going to teach you imperfections in solids. When we talk about solids, usually the crystalline solids, not the amorphous solids, we talk about the uniformity of their structure and the arrangement of their atoms. However, there are certain defects in this structure that gives these solids certain characteristic features. We will discuss that characteristic features here, okay? Shall we move forward? Now, from here, although crystalline solids have short range as well as long range order in the arrangement of their constituent particles, yet crystals are not perfect. Okay. Usually a solid consists of an aggregate of the large number of small crystals. Any departure from the perfectly ordered arranged in the crystals is termed as imperfection of defects. You understand what about defects and imperfections, right? Imperfection is crystal may change their properties. These imperfections are much higher that it can change their properties also. This imperfection present in the solid are mainly of two types. We will discuss about the types of the imperfections. Electronic imperfection and atomic imperfection. Electronic imperfection is mainly due to electron and holes. We talked about electron and holes earlier, right? Electron left the place and this vacant place is called holes. We were not discussing that about here. But this electronic imperfection is not there in your course, so we will not discuss this here, right? We will only discuss about the atomic imperfection, which is mainly due to ions and atoms. Ions are the charged particles, you know that. So we will moving next. Under the atomic imperfection, we will first discuss about the point effects. This irregularity or the deviation from the ideal arrangement around a point or an atom in a crystalline substance. This also arises due to the thermal vibration of the atoms at elevated temperatures. Because of higher temperature of the atom may jump out of their position of lower energy. So this is all about the point defects, right? These point defects arises due to missing of atoms or the displacement of defects or the presence of extra atoms in the lattice. So this is all about the point defects. Further, it is classified into subgroups. We will discuss about that subgroups. Stoichiometric defects, and the second one is non-stoichiometric defects. Stoichiometric defects mean the relationship between the relative quantities of substances, right? So in the stoichiometric defect, it means these are the point defects do not disturb the stoichiometry of the solid. These are the defects which does not disturb the stoichiometry or the arrangement of the atoms in the solid. They are also called the thermodynamic or the intrinsic defect. They are also called the thermodynamic or the intrinsic defect, right? So further it is classified into non-ionic and the ionic. Non-ionic, it is vacancy defect and interstitial defect, and under ionic it is Schottky defect and Frankel defect. You know what are non-ionic and ionic means? Non-ionic means there is no role of charge here, but ionic charge plays the certain and you can say the major role. We will discuss next. Under non vacancy defect. When some of the lattice sites of the crystal are unoccupied, the crystal is said to possess a vacancy defect. On account of this, density of the substance decreases. This defect can also develop when the substance is heated. Okay. Now, interstitial defect. When the constituent particle occupies an interstitial site, the crystal is said to possess interstitial defect. On account of this, the density of the substance increases. So, from this figure, we can elaborate that over here in vacancy, you can see an atom is missing, but in interstitial, you can see the atom is extra. It is occupying an interstitial site, right? So, in this vacancy, we can directly say due to the vacancy of the atom, the density decreases, but in this interstitial structure, we can directly say due to the extra atom or you can say the interstitial atom, we can increase or the density increases in these substances. So that's all about vacancy and interstitial defect, or you can say non-ionic defects. You can notice here that charge does not play any role. These all are atoms, they are not ions. Next we will discuss about the ionic defects, or you can say charge defects. Under these charge defects or ionic defects, Schottky defects first. The defect arises when some of the lattice points in the crystal are unoccupied. It is same as that of vacancy defect. They are common in ionic crystal, but over here it is ionic crystal, and over there that was non-ionic crystal. This involves the missing of equal number of anion and cations in ionic solids. The positive and negative ions do not disturb or differ much in size, the crystal possesses high coordination number and it decreases the density of the substance, same as vacancy defect. But you know what? Why the positive and negative ions are not much differ in size and they are equal in numbers, just to maintain the electrical neutrality. Okay, so let me remark over here. You can see the deficiency, or you can say the vacancy of cation. Over here you can see the vacancy of anion. So both of them are missing from their respective places, just to maintain the electrical neutrality of the substance, right? The smaller one is cation, this is cation, and these are anions, the bigger one, right? So you get about the Schottky effects, how it poses or how it occurs, right? It also decreases the density of the substance because both the anion and cations are missing. It does not differ, or you can say does not disturb the stoichiometry of the coordination or the substances. Okay, now I'll move next. So next is Frankel defect. This defect arises when an ion leaves its lattice site and occupies an interstitial site. An interstitial site is an empty space or void. Void are the spaces, existing between the lattice points. It does not change the density of the solid. It is the major or the important line here, that density does not change here. It's shown by the ionic substance in which there are large difference in the size of anions. The crystal poses low coordination number and the negative ions are much larger than the positive ions. This is just opposite of the Schottky effect. Okay, it is just opposite of the Schottky effect. However, the density does not differ here, or okay. But from this figure you can elaborate over here. You can see that cation is occupying an interstitial place. It is clear that one cation or A plus ion occupies a position in an interstitial space, rather its own appropriate site in a lattice. It was its appropriate site, but it occupied this place just to, in spite the structure or the lattice is still neutral because the number of positive charge is same as the number of negative charge. Okay, so this was all about the stoichiometric defects. Now we will discuss about the non-stoichiometric defects. These are the defects which disturb the stoichiometric of the crystal. Okay, they are also called Bartholin compounds. Okay, on account of non-stoichiometric defect, the ratio of the cations and anions become differ from that indicated by the ideal structure. It's also disturb the stoichiometry of the crystal. Okay, so let us see how they come into existence. They will come into existence due to, first one is metal excess defect, due to the excess of metal. So metal excess defect due to anionic vacancy. This type of defect arises when the anion is missing from its lattice site, creating a hole, and the hole is occupied by the electron to maintain the electrical neutrality of the crystal. So it is interesting, you can say from the figure itself you can see the electron is present here, okay, in the place of holes, and this electron is represent the F centers. F stands for Farbe, a German word meaning of color, and this is responsible for imparting the colors to a lattice or the crystals. Okay, and it is clear that the hole is created by the missing of anion. It is anion, and over here in this structure the anion is Cl minus. The Cl minus is missing here, and the space or the hole is occupied by the electron. Okay, but in this structure you can see that the Na plus or the cation is in excess, so it come under the category of metal excess. The metal or the cation is excess here. Okay, so we move next. Next is metal excess due to presence of extra cation. Okay, this type of defect arises when the extra positive ion present in an interstitial site, the electrical neutrality is maintained by the presence of electron in other interstitial site. Okay, this type is usually observed in those crystals which likely to develop Frankel defect. example ZNO. Okay, over here in this structure you can see the cation A plus is extra here, or they are occupying the interstitial site. But to maintain the electrical neutrality, an electron is also present here. Okay, so this is all about metal excess due to presence of extra cation. The example is here ZNO. Over here the examples of anionic vacancy was alkali metals, you can say. Now we'll discuss about the metal deficiency. Metal deficiency due to cation vacancy. This defect arises when a positive ion is missing from its normal lattice site and a charge is balanced by a nearby metal ion having higher positive charge or the higher oxidation state. This type of defect generally found in a compound of those metals which poses show variable valencies. Valency play a major role here. In the figure itself you can see about the cation vacancy. The cation is not present here, but to balance the electrical neutrality, a metal having higher charge or higher oxidation state or plus 2 charge is present here. Okay, here are the examples of metal deficiency: FeO, FeS, NiO, etc. You can learn more examples from NCERT or any reference book you can see. So that's it about today's lecture. Hope you like my video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.